Hey guys, Crypto King here. Do another episode on VeChain. Normally I call VeChain a hidden gem, but I think a lot of people are really aware of VeChain, understand what this company's looking to do, the RFID chips and the tracking, some of the fee options that they're going to be having, the delegated fees. Those RFID and blockchain are really going to change the way supply chains work. I mean, if you think of the amount of time it takes to track an item, I actually worked for a previous company that we would receive extremely high-end items. We would need to get those out to the public as soon as possible. They need to be tracked. Each one need to be inventoried. It was quite a feat of amazement. I know once we actually started using something similar to this, actually was amazing for our specialists or our back-of-house specialists that we used to collect our items. It was one of those things that really allowed them to free up their time. I remember to a man, they all used to say they would spend about 30 to 40% of their day maybe tracking just one item. We had a really low shrink rate, which means loss rate, or say even item just misplaced, or even being used and ruined. And they wanted to classify those items the correct way. What I got from everyone that used this product, it allowed them to, if they were going to put an item out to the public, they could RFID it there. So if it walked out the door, they would know. There were many different ways that you could actually use it. What they're able to do with that older technology, right? And then really change and really reinvent the technology. I mean, RFID is just a signal essentially. And when it walks through the door, I remember them saying they could see it come through certain stages within the building back to when they received it. And then the guys would actually take it through certain stages. We had security points and things like that throughout the building. They said that was really neat because they knew from where, if it went to building 2 or building 3, for if there was loss between building 2 and 3, at that point it was a much easier for them to track down possibly what happened with the item. So yeah, VeChain, you guys. There's a lot of things. I've read some things about how they're going to be able to do cost sharing as well, like in regards to their fees. So imagine if you're shipping to multiple places, right? And you're maybe just a distributor and you're not incurring all that cost. You're maybe offsetting some of that cost, like you currently would if you were shipping out of an Amazon, very similar, right? That customer is incurring that cost in some instances. So if you're not a big enough company or if it's just a single item purchase, same idea, right? Same idea. And it's going to be interesting to see how that plays in. What items you're going to be able to purchase, right? And then just it'll automatically be able to scan and ship. Will these be manless warehouses with RFIDs, robotic machines, those type of things. So that's something I always think of as well. That's where more crypto comes into play, right? This is all blockchain. These are all going to be synced together in some way or another. And everybody's computer, one way or another, will work as a node. So that's something to think about, right? Power, we know power is going to be a huge thing through all this. However, they're going to do solar or whatever they're planning on doing to keep these farms up and going. But yeah, I mean, obviously these mining farms as well are huge. They're using a lot of power, and it's something that'll be interesting. I'm excited to see what something like VeChain, how they'll be able to shift and move and expand their business. Again, guys, I don't ever give any type of investment advice, but I highly recommend looking at this one at this price point. I think you may look back and wish, like when you saw FedEx at 12, 14 cents, even though that jump just happened, maybe wait for a small dip and then grab it again at 10, 12 cents. I mean, that's maybe possible. But take a look at VeChain, guys. All right, guys, keep cryptoing. Crypto King out.